Hi, I'm Boris. We're playing Not for Broadcast again. Last week we did the first couple of levels, I guess you could call them. Today we're going to continue on the third one. If you hadn't watched the first two, I will sort of fill you in on what happened as we go along. Lyric's going to join us shortly, if she doesn't fall asleep. She's currently in bed, so I have a feeling she might fall asleep, but don't tell her that. Alright. Continue. You arrive home after another long shift to find a note waiting for you on the countertop. You recognize Sam's hurried scrawl. Chris has been evicted for not paying rent. You know where this is headed. Sam's gone to pick up Chris's stuff from the street. Don't wait up. Underlined twice. So this was your fault now, is it? You sulkily press play on the cheap horror film you were going to watch together. It used to absolutely terrify you as a kid, but always makes the two of you laugh. It's not the same without Sam, but you still chuckle to yourself occasionally. So, yeah, as I said, I'll fill you in on little bits, and hi Apple, by the way, fill you in on little bits of what happened last time, if you didn't see it. Chris, I say that I'm going to do that. That relies on me remembering what happened. But I think Chris was the one that... Sam is my wife and Chris is her brother. Chris wanted to use my passport because we look alike, because he's a rich guy and he had it confiscated and had his stuff taken from him. So that's my fault, apparently, for not letting him. Just as you get to the good bit, the part where Candy decides to investigate alone, your 14-year-old son interrupts. He wants to go to a friend's house. He looks at you in a way only a child can, pleading but somehow defiant. Now I can either let him go as long as he promises to be home by 11. You tell Charlie no. He knows he's not allowed out this late on a school night. I don't know how... 14 years old. I'm going to be a bad parent and let him go. Clearly surprised, he practically races out of the door. You doze in front of the movie waiting up for his return. You start awake to the sound of TV static. It's gone midnight and there's no sign of Charlie or Sam. It's a school night and he promised, so you go over there and march him home. You're tired and in a bad mood. You trust Charlie. He'll be home soon. So I did say I was going to be a bad parent. Will this lead to a dead kid? Is what I'm worried. I'm just gonna go to bed. It sounds like I'm tired. It's one night. He's got to start taking responsibility for his own decisions sometime. What's the worst that could happen? Guess we're about to find out. Call from school. Your family answering machine crackles into life. Who would be calling you while you and your spouse were at work? I hope I'm going to turn that down a little bit. I hope that it... Hi, Bernie. Why am I Harold? Did I miss something? Bernie's just called me Harold. Am I hiding pain? And also, would you mind letting me know if the levels are right? I hope it's not too loud. So, Bernie, if you've missed it, okay, I'm hiding pain. Since you've missed it, I have just allowed my 14-year-old son to go out late at night, told him to be home by a certain time. He wasn't, But I said, it's one night, it'll be fine, and it came up on screen. What's the worst that could happen? So we've now gotten a call from school. Good afternoon, this is a message for the Winston family. This is on the answering machine. Name sound is still a little loud, alright. See, that's a little bit better. Right, so on the answering machine. This is a message for the Winston family. It's Miss Smith calling regarding your son Charles. The tinny old woman goes on. I'm sure there is a perfectly reasonable explanation for it, but he wasn't in school today, and we hadn't heard from you, but he would be absent. I'd like to remind you, we do require all absences to be authorized in advance or in exceptional circumstances for parents to ring first thing in the morning. Please see to it that it doesn't happen again. Thank you. Goodbye. Ooh. Someone has some explaining to do, unless he's dead in a ditch, in which case, all good, it's fine, no one broke the rules. This is quite a jump. We're a fair way in. Oh, it's Christmas time. You can't help but... So what happened there? That was a long jump. You can't help but crack a smile as you look around the table. The snow has settled on the grass outside. The kids are pulling a cracker while your elderly mother tries to keep her eyes open. You did always have a soft spot for Christmas. You're sitting at the head of the table now, your dad's place. So I assume he died recently? That's fun. It's been a tense afternoon, everyone can feel it. It's the first time you've seen Chris since you refused to part with your passport. It's a big change for Sam. The two siblings used to be inseparable. Christmas is usually such a nice time of year. Oh, I do sound like I'm hiding lots of pain. I don't know what to say to that. Am I supposed to agree? Christmas is usually such a nice time of year. The clatter of cutlery is all that can be heard as Chris stares pointedly at you. Are you having a nice Christmas, Grandma? I can... Oh, so hang on, this is a choice. Are you having a nice Christmas, Grandma? You make a toast, you stay silent. So it's awkward. I'm just going to try and make some polite conversation. Your mother stares vacantly at you, confused. She comes back to herself with a start of recognition. Yes, thank you, Alex. It's lovely, she murmurs. It's been happening more and more lately. The clatter of cutlery is all that can be heard as Chris stares pointedly at you. So now I've got to make a toast or stay silent. I'm going to make a toast, and I hope it says something about Chris. I hope that this starts something. You stand and raise your glass. Merry Christmas, everyone. I'm glad we're all here. There are murmurs of cheers and much clinking of glasses. Chris doesn't move. Yeah, we're all here. No thanks to you, because I didn't do an illegal thing and give him my passport. Chris, sighs Sam. Come on now, it's Christmas. Can't we put that behind us? I wasn't talking to you, or Sam's right. So let's start something. I wasn't talking to you. Chris stands drunkenly. What did you say? Comes the hissed response. Enough, both of you, Sam insists. So it's either nothing, let's forget it, or sorry, did I stutter? Let's start a fight. Ooh, it was. Chris launches themselves at you across the table, upsetting a meager plate of potatoes which smashes to the hard floor. Ooh, I like that. A meager plate of potatoes. You're taken aback as Chris's fist swings and catches you in the temple. Your mother shrieks as blood bursts from above your eye. You scramble towards Chris before Sam screams, "Enough! I have made some mistakes." Everyone freezes. You haven't heard Sam's raised voice for a very long time, and it seems to have worked. The room is now... the room is still now and silent but for your panting and the whimpering of your poor mother. Without another word, Chris stalks from the room. Chris stalks. Oh, like stalks out of the room. Yeah, right. Your children can't bring themselves to look at you as you sit back down at the head of the table. Merry fucking Christmas. Yeah, Bernie. I've got a new setup. We're in a new room. I don't know if you saw that on the last weekend. We moved everything, so we're still in the process of moving, which is why that. Why there's no picture in the frame. Mia is apparently going to come up with something for me to put in it. But we do have a new setup, got some new lighting and a new camera, so hopefully it's a bit better. Hi Dowley. Dowley's here. This is not for broadcast. I think you stopped in last time, I can't remember. It's a game about being the broadcast controller of the news, and it's kind of like a Papers, Please thing. Not really, but this is the in-between levels where we do a bit of it's kind of like a choose-your-own-adventure novel. I've started a fight at Christmas with my brother-in-law. The same brother-in-law that asked to use my passport illegally, like a long time ago, about a month or so ago, because he wanted to get out of the country and his passport was revoked because he is a rich bastard. That's what the new populist government believes, anyway. And I chose a quite confronting path of events to get to the point where he punched me at Christmas. A welcome windfall. So we're into January now. You're leafing through the pile of accumulated post. Each new bill pulls on your gut like a lead weight until a flash of blue makes you pause. Recognizing the teal Advance logo on the envelope, you tear it open. So Advance is that populist political party that I mentioned before. Dear Winston residents, thank you for sending us your passports for approval. We can now confirm their receipt and validation for the new assets and wealth redemption scheme. Hopefully, this will make the last month of arguments with Sam worth it. As such, it is that seems like a typo. As such, it is my pleasure to enclose a check, which we hope you will see as a symbol not only of our gratitude to you, but of our unwavering commitment to creating a society. Whoops. All fixed. No, that was my fault. I did the wrong thing. Turned the game down a little bit. Hopefully it's all back as normal now. So what you missed while I was talking to myself is that Chris had money taken off of him and his passport taken away by the Advance Party, and they have redistributed that wealth to people like me, working citizens, who have shown their loyalty to the party. Dowley is waiting for us to make Mir play that spider game. We played Grounded last weekend, but Mir didn't play because he was locked in his closet. But he was there for it, and he did not seem to... he seemed to enjoy it, sort of. Some of it. I think he said that he's going to continue... he's going to wait for it to like be fully released before he plays it. I think that's what he said. So Bernie says, Bernie's got a story. It's story time with Bernie. One Christmas, his mum spilled a flaming drink over a Christmas wreath. That wreath ended up being thrown out of the window and into the snow, much like an image seen on the TV screen during the Christmas dinner bit. So, you almost burnt your house down. Chris was right. Advance really are redistributing wealth. Right. We will continue to strive for the betterment of this nation and its people. Forwards together. Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement. They were the two in the first level. The weight of your financial burdens lessens slightly. It's bliss. Yeah, Dally, I think in the next couple of days, Armand will upload that to our YouTube channel. It's probably still on Twitch as well, but it'll be on YouTube forever. Another jump. We haven't been in the newsroom for a little while. Why does the zip on this damn case never close? It's your anniversary. Every year you and Sam go away for the weekend, usually camping. You're not made of money. You've been looking forward to it for ages, finally getting some time alone together where you can forget about the noise of life. No kids, no work, just a bit of romance and some peace and quiet. The zip finally gives up the battle and you drag the bulging suitcase down the stairs. The answering machine is blinking on the whole table again. Good evening, Alex. This is Mr. Bozeman. I'm calling to inform you that you will be required to work this weekend. Your heart sinks. I guess we're going back to the newsroom. Some information has come to light concerning the rising tensions between our nation and foreign powers, and the national nightly news team will be working around the clock to ensure we break the story first. Needless to say, I will expect your attendance tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. sharp. Have a pleasant evening, Alex. Shock turns to annoyance and then to fury. What are you going to tell Sam? Sam comes downstairs, brimming with excitement. Kissing you, they grab the car keys from the dish and start to load your bags into the back. So I can either ignore the message, you need this weekend, or apologize profusely to your spouse, but you really should go into work. Bozeman's temper is legendary. Bernie wants me to ignore it and just go away on the weekend to recover what relationship I've got left with Sam after a Christmas like that. But it seems like we may be going to war. I guess we'll go on the weekend and we'll find out when we get back. Message deleted. What was that? Comes a voice from behind you. Nothing important, you reply as you put on your coat, adrenaline coursing through your body. Grabbing Sam around the waist, you practically slam the front door. You might as well enjoy your time off. You're going to pay for it on Monday. Let's see what happens. An unwelcome return. When you get to work Monday morning, you get some sour looks from your exhausted colleagues. A note sits waiting for you. The immaculate script is blood red. I am very disappointed, Winston. Was it worth it? Another fair jump. A permission slip. Your son Charlie hovers at your elbow as you read. Do you find yourself striving to achieve? Are you an active member of the team? Do you like reaping the benefits of cooperation? Join the advanced go-getters today. Forwards. Together. This doesn't sound like the youth club he told you about. It looks like our son is getting radicalized. Charlie grabs the flyer from you and thrusts a form into your hand. So I can walk there straight from school and Ben's sister can drop us home after, so you won't have to do anything. You signed the permission slip for your son to join the advanced go-getters. You refused to sign the form for your son. What did he do? He... Is that what you're asking, Apple? Like, what did Chris do? He wants to join a political-themed youth club, the Advanced Go-Getters. So either I can let him go, or refuse to sign it and not let him go. So far, I have been I've played along with the advance, the way. I have moved forward together with them. So I feel like refusing might take me down a branch, kind of rebelling against that. Apple meant the previous decision. Oh, I ignored it. I went for the weekend away. I don't know what's happening. Yeah, I assume you're out working, Apple. So I guess I'm not going to let him. Let's see what happens. I don't know if that's consistent with the character that I'm playing. Sorry, mate. I just don't think... There are some typos here. I just don't think it's the right place for you. You hand back the form gently. What? This is so unfair. Why? I know it seems that way, Charlie, but you'll understand soon enough. So I have begun not agreeing with the party. So a free ticket. There's a lot more of this sort of interactive novel stuff in this game than I thought. Some guys at work gave them to me. They can't go. Sam stands in front of you brandishing 2 tickets. You see the title in bold letters. Alan James is right in front of you. I'm really unsure. What do you think? Shall we go? So Alan James is the provocateur, the guy who is anti-government. And he's a bit sort of conspiratorial and extremist about it too. So... free tickets are free tickets. He's a character and it'll be hilarious if nothing else. I don't think so, the guy's a nutjob. The Bernie wants me to go. He says free stuff. It feels like going to something like that with a government like this might get me on some sort of register. I might not get my next check. But Bernie has decided, so I must do what the supervisor tells me. The show is entertaining, but much less funny than you thought. He's a powerful public speaker, and something about it sticks in your mind. Lying in bed that night, wide awake after Sam's breathing turns heavy, it hits you. It was the crowd. Not laughing, but roaring. So we are... There are sort of slight 1984 vibes to this. It's a kind of authoritarian, slightly leftist populist government that blames the rich for everything and wants to restore order by like an extreme equality. So what slight? Yeah. that's an understatement. So far what I've been doing with the character is kind of going, well, I was a cleaner, I don't have much money, all of my problems are caused by, you know, the rich people in the TV industry. So I was kind of playing along with it, scared for my family. That's why I didn't let Chris take my passport. So I was just trying to keep my head down and do what was right for Sam and the kids. But now it seems like we're... I don't know, I'm umming and ahhing back and forward. I'm seeing some problems. Domestic dilemma. And I just got an achievement saying middle of the road, so I think that proves that. It's one of the rare evenings in, and strangely, Charlie still isn't back from school. You knock on his bedroom door to see if he snuck upstairs without you noticing. No answer. Pushing the door open, you find a letter on his bed. Dear Charles, thanks for returning your parental permission form. Sam Winston has given permission for you to join the positive and proactive team that is the Advanced Go-Getters. We look forward to you attending your first meeting. You'll be getting out and getting him in no time. Unbelievable. I'm just going to disappear for a second because Lyric is here. Oh, I forgot my my tea. Yeah, are you coming back or are you? No. Okay. Sorry, Lyric's in her pajamas and would rather not be on camera. She's coming back in a second. So my kid has been very naughty and has signed my name for me. So Apple says I must kill him. Should probably turn down that Nightbot. It's doing a lot of spamming. Alright, here we go. A profitable partnership. I'm back. Lyric's here too. After a particularly long day at work, you come home to find the post sorted into piles, as Sam has taken to doing recently. Most of it is the usual rubbish, but a letter with the increasingly familiar Advance logo and urgent respond immediately plastered on the front in a correspondingly urgent font grabs your attention. Best to get it over with. So far today, it's just been all interactive novel. There hasn't been any actual gameplay yet.
No.
But we're making some important choices.
Right.
It's been all serious. This is like I've seen some reviews of this game saying that it's confusing. Like there are these serious bits, but then you get to the sketches that are so ridiculous and silly and funny.
Yeah.
I like it because I like the serious bits and I really like the funny bits, but I understand that some people don't think they gel particularly well. But I like it. So Charlie's saying, hold on a sec, let me catch up. Chris is the MC head of the family, Sam is the wife, and Charles is the son. Chris is my brother-in-law, Sam's brother. Chris is the one that wanted to use my passport because he looked like me in the last session last weekend. Oh, no, it's not the weekend, last week. But I didn't let him. And he's now destitute. He's had his money taken off of him and his passport taken off of him. And we had a fight at Christmas. An actual fight. He punched me.
Oh.
I kind of provoked it.
Oh. Violence is never the answer.
What's the MC's name? What does MC mean? Main character? The main character's name is... probably remember. Alex Winston. What it is. And I'll just turn something off because I can hear your microphone back.
Oh.
There.
I thought you could hear my crunching.
I could probably hear you crunching as well. Okay, sorry. After a particularly long no, I read that. Best to get it over with. Dear Winston residents, this letter is to inform you that the Advance government has taken another step forwards in our fight for equality by nationalizing the largest private corporations and redistributing their resources among the citizens of this great country. The Partnership Bonds program ensures that wealth created by the people is delivered to the people. You don't remember this being in the manifesto. So it is a very socialist, if not bordering on communist takeover. Sam is the wife. Yes. Every household will become a partner in TWO of 4 carefully selected institutions chosen by Advance for consistent high performance and financial security. Please note, all returns are based on public opinion and cannot be guaranteed. Please select one of the following. EOB, Eye of the Beholder, Incorporated. Whether it's cosmetics, clothing, or, what's that word, couture? We see the beauty in all our customers. Neil's Deals Limited, it's always a steal from Crazy Neil.
Wow.
Pleasure Corp, our business is your pleasure, from sport to travel, or even just some time. You can't say pleasure without leisure. Remington's Fist PLC, we've heard that. Remington's Fist were the ones that did that lard thing, right? I can't remember what it was. Was it lard? Flard. Flard. Remington's Fist are the ones that do that. We're everywhere in everything, a worldwide company for a worldwide community. So what should I do? Cosmetics, Crazy Neil, Pleasure Without Leisure, or the all-seeing, all-knowing Remington's Fist with their Flard? Do you have an opinion?
No, I'm still sort of catching up.
Yeah, I probably could catch you up.
No,
I've done a lot of recapping as people have turned up, so I don't want to keep doing it. Your business is our pleasure. That's what Bernie and Dowley says. So you can't say pleasure without leisure. And for your second bond, please select one of the following. Oh, we got to do the other one. I want to go with Crazy Neil. Thank you for making your selection. Please return this form using the envelope provided. You will receive a report from your partnerships in 3 to 6 working months. It seems even advance can't defeat the quagmire of governmental bureaucracy. So we now...
Surely that is something you should talk to your household about.
Probably.
Surely your wife would want some input.
It's the 80s.
Oh,
I
right.
make all the decisions.
Right.
The future of this nation is in partnership. Forwards together, Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement. Just how much influence could you have? I now am a part owner in 2 companies. Ooh, we're in a loading. Yeah. It's been a long time. Like a lot of time has passed. It's 150 odd days. Yeah. The Tempest. Ooh, we're back here. Okay.
Should be listening.
Oh, the phone's ringing. Just let me check one thing. Sorry. No, wrong. Sorry. I found last time that it was way easier to play. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, I've got some macro keys on my keyboard, which are in the same shape, the same grid as the 1, 2, 3, 4 things up on the top left of screen, and I found that was really helpful rather than have 1, 2, 3, 4 on the top of the keyboard. It was confusing me. All right, I'll answer the phone.
Good evening, Alex. It's Bozeman here.
Bozeman's my boss. Oh, he says it.
Getting the adverts loaded, I thought I should just tell you that we've had one of those public information films from the government, and it's mandatory that you play it. You still have a free choice for the other 2, so read those tape labels carefully, but make sure you play the advance advert, preferably at the second break. Right, that's the lot. Have a great show. Total pimp. My God, that weather looks nasty.
You get a Crazy Neil tape.
Well, I guess I better load that in. Oh, how do I do this again? What have I done? Oh, I better load that one on. Nope. Don't you just load them in here? What have I done wrong? Oh, I've got to turn the power on. Oh, what's happening?
Uh-oh.
We're on air, but we're not. Oh, no. What's happening? I've got to pick a thing. I've made a mistake. I've made lots of mistakes. I've got to play this one, a Joy of Screws. I can't hear anything. Why can't I hear anything? Ingrid Sorgensen. I'm not. Okay, we've got to find out what's wrong. Oh, this is overwhelming. The audio's a problem. Do you think it's a bug?
No, I think it's an in-game thing. Go and check what you've turned on and off. You sort of clicked all the switches.
Speakers. Oh, that's good. Okay. Oh.
If a group of fungus experts can't fix the most advanced craft ever conceived by man, then who can?
Bearing their opinions, the formerly rich are fighting back with a naked protest.
Our very own Robin Short was on hand earlier today when this new protest group first presented themselves.
Spokesman Wentworth Somerset Bentley said today, "They've had the shirts off our backs. They might as well have the rest of it too." And while it's easy to laugh, perhaps we should all just be pondering how desperate the formerly rich are to regain their power.
Fallen angel, notorious addict Johnny Handsleeve seems to have reached a new low in his battle with booze, as this
You
recent
know he's not
picture
talking, right?
Johnny's star certainly lacks his former glow these days, with public concern over his mental and physical health.
Oh, I'm doing such a bad job.
Let's hope that the team at the Gentle
Do you use one of the commercials that... Yeah, the guy asked me to do the advanced commercial. I guess that's a choice. I could have intentionally not done it.
We'll have reporters at the clinic around the clock.
I don't really know what choices I'm making here.
Is this once celebrated role model about to become the bad boy of sports?
And radical ideas. In an attempt to put the Mr. Snugglehugs disaster behind them, Remington's Fist CEO Sophia Remington today announced a surprising new project that already has the markets raising an eyebrow.
Known for taking risks and bold strategies, could the adventurous
I don't like Remington's Fist because I don't own anything in them.
We understand the mobile orientation operation
We
following
must
service
tunnel
will be
through
a new
the
intervention
earth.
With moobs.
based around the construction of a major tunnel through the centre of the earth. Sophia Remington claims it will make travelling from one side of the world to the other a matter of an afternoon. Geologists are concerned about the implications of digging a hole through the planet, while flat earthers claim it should be quite easy.
That exclusive prime ministerial interview coming up later.
And our very own Patrick Bannon coming to you live from the first annual Sports Board final.
You won't want to miss a second of tonight's National Nightly News. National Nightly News.
Oh.
What is that?
Oh, interference time. Messed up a lot. What's this new...
Yeah.
Okay, I've got to time this right. I hope it's going back on... Oh,
First
too early.
tonight, after the Christmas horror caused by Mr. Snugglehugs, we have an exclusive interview with one of the victims.
Poor 7-year-old Timmy Tadlock, like so many of those affected by the Christmas bloodbath, has spent the last 3 months undergoing a series of reconstructive facial surgeries.
Last week, joyfully, he spoke
wrong
for the
with
first time since the tragedy.
You know, the Furby?
Yeah.
I don't know, but we did play an advert, so we helped
Yeah.
to do this.
Full
Yeah.
frank apology for any part we may have played in the tragedy.
Oh,
We should never have advertised Mr. Snugglehugs. But our publicity, the sheer scale of this tragedy, and now upwards of 8,000 casualties, might have been averted.
Oh no.
I killed 8,000 people.
In
Kids.
future, we will do better.
Now it's over to Robin Short at the Tadlock family home. Robin?
Thank you, Megan. I'm here with Mr. and Mrs. Tadlock and their 7-year-old son, Timothy. Thanks for spending time with us today.
Yes, well, you're bloody lucky we're spending any time with you at all. After what you lot did. You're responsible.
Oops.
It's all right. Wasn't your fault. As you can see, Megan, there's still a few open wounds here. I'll tread carefully. I'm going to speak to Timmy carefully. Hello, Timmy. Can you see me?
Mummy? Who's that lady?
It's the lady from television, Timothy. She's going to ask you a few questions.
You be careful now, it upsets you to remember.
Don't worry, Mr. Tadlock. I wasn't the youngest ever editor of the Swinstead Middle School Inquirer for no reason. So, Timmy,
Oh, there's
can you tell us what happened
thunder.
to you? You had just unwrapped Mr. Snugglehugs, hadn't you?
What's going to happen?
Yes, I could smell him already. Yes, he smelled like love.
Ah, yes,
Oh.
that'll be the fur, scented with her fur.
I was so excited. I ran up to my room and gave him a big hug. He was so soft and warm, like our cat, before he got in the way of Daddy's Porsche.
And what did Mr. Snugglehugs say to you?
Oh no.
His
I was watching it and everything.
best friend, but I I sure wish Mrs. Snugglehugs was here. She can't be for just $89.99. And then it's the general error. 41.
And is that when he burst into flames? And then he exploded.
Oh, look, I asked you nicely.
And am I right in saying that one of his real action eyes is now permanently embedded in your cheek?
Yes. When I took him in at night, it glows through bandages. I know it's under there. Staring at me.
Yeah, some of the other children have started calling him Timmy Three Eyes. And with his glasses, that's 5. And with his...
Too many eyes, Robin.
And what's the last thing you remember before the darkness overtook you?
He looked at me with his one eye and laughed.
Oops.
Laughed as he burned.
It sounds very traumatic. Do you have nightmares?
Oh, right, that's quite
you,
enough of
Timmy?
you two
Timmy?
coming in here with your camera, trying to make a buck out of our stuff. We won't have it.
Mr. Tadlock, just a couple more questions. Timmy, do you think you will ever be what we can call
No, you've had your
normal
question.
again?
And now, you've made him cry with all 3 of his eyes.
Do you think your parents will ever really love you again?
Right, that's it. Enough. Come on, baby.
Mr. Tadlock! So there you have it, Megan. Just one of the many victims of an indescribable tragedy that has shaken our nation. Back to you.
Thank you, Robin. Harrowing stuff.
And many questions to be answered by Sophia Remington in the coming days and months, I'd wager. How will she turn this crisis around?
So, Jeremy, what are the warning signs a consumer should look out for when they're spotting a dangerous toy?
Well, Megan, experts advise to always check for the new advanced mark, which guarantee a level of safety and quality.
Yeah, can we just get a close-up on panel 3 here? So if we take a look at this National Nightly News mug, you should see a mark just on the base of it there.
In the wake of the scandal, the government were praised for their swift response in bringing in this set of stringent checks and new products.
It certainly is good to know that someone's watching out for our fans. When we come back, our very own Patrick Bannon will be live from the Sports Board Finals.
The news has gotten quite pro-advance
We'll be back
since the
after
last
these
time.
messages. We'll be back after these messages.
1 minute back.
Oh, sorry,
Oh, how do I do ads? Oh, I almost forgot again.
Oh, this is Crazy Neil.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
We'll see it when we rewatch the adverts. Yeah. Oh, so I guess now is the. Should we play that?
We're getting reports in that naked protesters might try and spoil the sports board final by waving their fleshy bits about. Try and make sure you don't broadcast it. It's 6 p.m. for God's sake. No one wants to see fannies on the news. Bozeman out.
Okay. So yeah, I think that's going to be a big thing that playing. Like I could choose to not play their thing. This channel has gotten quite. Oh, I've got an E. It's gotten quite pro-advanced. Whoops.
Well, of course you do. I've got
Wrong
one
button.
back line.
What's that supposed to mean? I
There
didn't
you go.
write it, Jeremy.
That's all right, fine. Jenny, there's something wrong with the auto cue.
10 seconds.
Oh, I just felt a drip again. Have they not fixed this?
You want to see us fry? It's good for the ratings.
5, 4, 3.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News. Coming up later, we'll be speaking to the Prime Ministers about their exciting new healthcare facilities, transition centres.
Nice to see they care.
You're absolutely right, Jeremy.
Oops.
But first, we're going now to our own Patrick Bannon, who's reporting live from the finals
Yeah, I know.
of the new game that's gripping the nation, Sports Board. Patrick?
That's right, Megan. You join me live here from the final of the first annual Sports Board Championship. It's been a hotly contested competition so far. I think it's fair to say these two have been dancing around each other all season. First up, we have Eddie Striker. She's the more experienced of our two players today. Striker has got an accuracy of 7, a danger rating of K, and a 12-month driving ban. Striker's known for her signature move, the Orangi Hamster. And facing her tonight, hoping to prove himself with a career record of 12 outs, 14 finishes, and a divorce pending, it's Mr. Wingspan himself, Tommy, the Fingernail Harris. Just waiting on the ref now. The slapping ceremony is taking part. Still going on. And Striker Striker, of course, first to start as she won the trivia round earlier on by some margin. Harris, perhaps the brawn and not the brains. Stupid. Head Striker. Nice start there from Striker. She's determined not to let the nerves show. Not after last time. On to Mr. Harris now. Tommy. Using his arm to pick up the ball. Not a bad shot there from Harris.
I don't know what I'm doing. None of these shots are right.
Number 3. All right.
Okay, look at the green.
She's gone to sort of throwing under her legs.
Oh, the green light.
Not bad if you ask me. Bit of business with the ref.
I want to choose my own.
Aww.
Back to Harris now. A ball in the hand is worth 2 in the bush.
Oh.
I'd say that's fair, but what do I know? Oh no, and Harris is not going to be happy with that. So it's really not a good start there for Tommy Harris in round 1. We can only hope that round 2 treats him a bit better. But first, of course, after the arguing with the ref section, it's time to change ends. Now we have the ceremonial changing of the ends. And of course, now they go back to the starting positions, as that makes sense. Striker giving it large. Winter round 2 now with Harris. Okay, we seem to have some sort of streaker on the pitch.
That's right. I've got to not show this.
She appears to have slogans across her breasts and arms. Try and ignore all of that. Security, I'm sure we're going to take them out as soon as possible. Apologise if we broadcast any of that. As I said, we're going to get the situation resolved as soon as possible. They're trying to carry on play, but it's proving a bit difficult, and I'm struggling to follow. Because it's quite an eyesore, and women's bodies, yeah. All right, great. Okay, so back into round 2 now, and Harris absolutely determined to close that massive gap. Lady Striker. No, it's just some of the tightest player I've seen ever. Harris. And was that the fitting double screw? We haven't seen that since the heats. What a brilliant move.
So, I think the idea is that you miss.
And we know what that means, ladies and gentlemen. That is, of course, the ground sound.
Oh.
Excellent bit of play here on both sides of the bucket. I don't know about you at home, but I'm finding the technical mastering display here absolutely blooming jaw-dropping. Ref has spotted something in Harris's neck or head. And Harris is having an absolute shocker. What a miserable start there for Tommy Harris. But he is a late bloomer, of course, we've always said that. And after all, it is a game of 2 halves, 4 rounds and several subgenres. But now, of course, it's time for the half-time show. Sponsored by Remington's Fist. Nice piece of music here to start the half-time. Okay, another posh protester loose on the court here. We don't apologise for that. We'll do our best to shield you from having to look directly at it. Is running around here with his genitals on display for all to see. And ruining what was shaping up to be quite a dancing to be fair. Now he's thrusting himself in Harris's face. Security's on it. And the bucket's been knocked over! I cannot stand it when the bucket gets knocked over. Hopefully he'll get taken out now. Genitals flying around for all to see. Really, if you ask me, not Sunday morning television. And out of there, hopefully taken away, never to be seen again. And a lovely finish there on both sides of the bucket. I wouldn't like to call that one. And as we head into round 3, I'd love to know what's going on in these 2 players' heads. But unfortunately, because of science, we can't. Not bad. So that ball boy's giving me the eye all day. I don't know what's going on. Striker there, not a great start. She looks a bit flustered.
I don't know how to follow the ball. Oops.
Back to Harris here. God, what I wouldn't give to be that ball. I'm all right, ladies. Tommy Harris. And it dribbled down his arm, which is actually a really good move, because of course if it dribbles down his arm and goes on the floor, it's not going in the bucket. Back to Striker. And Striker's gone for the animal animal bonus there, but of course, perhaps. And yes, Harrington's counting with a tiny bell. That is wonderful play. Of course, we've seen that before. Look at her face. She is absolutely gutted. What a mug. That could have been the clincher. What a massive shame. Harris to serve now. Harris, of course, undefeated by Kestrel in his last 4 battles. Here we go. Tommy Harris. Tommy Harris. That's all right. That's all right. Not bad there. He threw it quite far away from him, which is quite a good idea. Very clever there. Perhaps a little contact. Caution from the referee. Who's being, if you ask me, a little bit harsh. Ellie Striker. Ellie Striker. And she's let the nerves get to her. What the hell was that? You hate to see it, don't you? You cannot believe it. Oh, for God's sake. Okay, like, I mean, this is a mess now. I don't know what I can be doing about this. I mean, there's sort of breasts and genitals for all to see. I mean, there's only so much you can do. They're sort of everywhere, aren't they?
Even if you hadn't missed anything, Apple, it's not going to make sense.
These protesters
We're in a broadcasting a sports event. I didn't bleep that properly.
Yes, very good. Take them away. Bloody wasters. Absolute wasters. Oh, jog on! Jog on! It's an absolute bloody... Okay, and now we're going to go into the final round. And of course, as it's a Tuesday, the final round is a mime round. Who could believe it? Nice imaginary shot there from Harris. It really could go in there at this point. Really high level play here from 2 absolute juggernauts of the sport. The bucket getting moved back to its proper place. About time, if you ask me. About time, if you ask me. She's juggling it around from her hands. Interesting, juggling it around from her hands. And she's put it in her mouth like as if it was an egg. And now she's and she spat it out. She did the egg spit. So a wonderful move there. Quite late on from Striker. But she's in it to win it. On it, like a car bonnet. Like a car bonnet. Tommy Harris here, having a bit of beef. Tommy Harris here, having a bit of beef. And he's peeling it as if it were a banana, which is an interesting move. Not sure if he has any potassium or what's going on today with him. And he's throwing it, and the banana was the ball! What a fantastic move there from Harris. Unfortunately, that is the end. What a pathetic, there we go, Jeremy, that is over. How can he look his 8-year-old son in the face tonight? What a lump. We just have to wait for the referee now to announce it to make sure it is all official. In, please.
And the winner of the first annual Sports Board Championship is everyone!
Okay, the referee agreed once again a win for everyone, including my 15th win in the Sports Board Championship. I'm going to be celebrating tonight with my wife and children. Another wonderful victory for me. Here come the on-site security to collect their medals. They're 6th and 7th.
We got a lightning strike.
And thank you again for watching the Sports Board
Can't do anything.
What more is there to say? I'm Patrick Bannon. Looking forward to celebrating tonight. And all I always have to say, Jeremy, is back to you in the studio.
Uh-oh.
Patrick Bannon there had an extraordinary fight.
Historic sports board, Jeremy.
I didn't know you were a fan.
Yeah, I can wrench a doubler with the best of them, I'll have you know.
I certainly wouldn't bet against you.
So I can't choose that
When we
one.
come back, I'll be talking live with Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement, who apparently have a big announcement you wouldn't want to miss.
That's coming up after these messages. That's coming up after
1 minute back.
Fucking microphone struck me.
What?
Fucking microphone just struck me. Where's that sound guy?
Are you scared of a long, painful decline?
Everything okay? Oh, the mics are just trying to kill us now, apparently.
You'll be fine. You're unshockable.
I'm immune to your cheap flattery.
I'm wearing you down.
Postman again. Just heard from the chaps in maintenance that the storm is causing the odd power surge. Some of your controls might be a bit dangerous. Now I know you're tough and you can take the odd shock for the sake of a perfect news broadcast, but too many in quick succession can stop the old ticker. I'm sure you'll make the right decisions.
So has sprung a leak. Well, several, actually.
You're gonna need a whole new lining up there. Triple seal, I shouldn't wonder.
We'll look into it.
That's so good to see you again.
Miss Wolf, your star seems to be in the ascendant.
It's a great time to be alive.
Too bloody right.
Oh, I did it.
That's a firm
Why did I click it?
She's tougher than she looks.
Am I here? Here, with Mr.
And they-
Drummond on your left.
Right, you are.
When these things, when they're all zappy, yeah,
Your seat.
you can't
10
touch them.
seconds, everybody.
No, mine's fine. Have you had a little accident?
5, 4, 3.
Welcome back. I am delighted
Might
to be
have to
joined by
censor
Prime
here.
Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clements. Welcome to the National Nightly News, Prime Ministers.
Oh, please, it's just Julia and...
Oh,
We don't believe much in titles. It doesn't seem very advanced.
We're delighted to be here.
Well, firstly, I should ask how you feel about the graffiti that's been springing up across the capital. Should we be worried?
Oh, no, you definitely shouldn't be worried.
Well, not unless you've got a fatal paint allergy anyway.
But yes, it does seem that there are still some people we haven't been able to help.
Oops.
You know, whingers most. You know,
People who've yet to benefit from the many advantages of the new future.
and you know, Megan, as my old mum used to say, there are some pissants who just don't know how to be happy.
We're working hard to reach these people, find out what they're angry about and how we can help. The door to my government is always open. But we didn't come here to talk about what may yet turn out to be some alternative arts project.
Which we no doubt will have funded.
When we want to talk to the nation about something far more exciting.
Yes, your office briefed us that you have an announcement to make, but they were being surprisingly secretive about it.
Let me ask you a question, Megan.
Okay, it's not usually how it works, but...
What scares you? I mean, really scares you.
It's death, Pet. She's talking about death.
We're all afraid of our deaths.
Oh,
It's
I
part
thought
of
it was
being
over.
human.
Sorry, are you saying that Advance have cured death?
Oh.
But while we may not have cured death, we hope we found a way to make it much less scary.
And much less painful and much less expensive. Look, which is me close-up camera,
Oh,
Pet?
sorry, it's
Which is me
colourful
close-up
like that.
camera.
Oh,
When I was 13, my mum came and got me from school. He was to go to the hospital. My granddad, he'd collapsed that morning, so we'd all to say our goodbyes. And I went in to see him. He was all frail and pale. I was scared because I'd only seen him the week before, and he'd been fit as fiddle. And he said to me, Peter, he said, it's the right time. I don't ever want to be a burden to the people I love.
was that the last time you saw him?
Nope. 3 days later, he were back home. He lived with us for 9 miserable years after that. He had to be fed with a rubber spoon. He had a commode. So he'd just take a shit right there in the lounge while we were watching football. He wouldn't even wait till half time.
That sounds...
Oh, it was awful. Awful for us. And this is the point. It were awful for him. It were awful. He could see it was destroying me, man, watching him slowly fade away. And he begged her to turn off his breathing equipment at night, but she couldn't. Oh, she wouldn't. It were a crime, you see. And she didn't want to lose the children. She didn't want to lose the children.
No family should have to suffer like Peter's did. And now no family will have to. The health service is today opening the first of 300 new transition centres.
The transition centres will handle everything for your last days. The legal, financial, medical and emotional costs are all catered for and paid for by the government. So even the poorest citizen gets to pass on with dignity when they choose.
And that choice is important. This is a service only for people who choose it. People who feel they've run their course and don't want to burden themselves or their families with a slow, long, humiliating decline into an
Ooh.
Are you okay? I don't know. Are we still on the air, Peter?
Yes, sorry, my apologies.
Are you not worried that this new system might be open to abuse?
In what way?
Sorry, I've got something. Can I get a little bit of help?
That the older generation might feel
This is already hard.
It looks hard.
Massive. Right, no, this bastard's coming off.
Sorry, the older generation might feel somewhat coerced.
Coerced into spending their final days eating gourmet food and drinking fine wine and luxury spas and gardens.
Look, I am perfectly capable of my grandmother with a rooting twat by the
Prime Minister, please watch your language.
Go get yourself sorted out.
Right.
Go get yourself sorted out. We're launching a government information film tonight. It should tell your viewers everything they need to know.
You really do move at a breathtaking pace. It's hard to believe you've yet to be an officer here.
Oh, Megan. We're only getting started.
And on that note, thank you both so much for being here. Jeremy,
Yes, that's all we have time for tonight. Thank yous go out to our guests.
12 seconds.
Congratulations to all the
And then we're going to get ready for... Oh,
And we'll see you tomorrow night at the same time. My name's Jeremy Donaldson. If you can, have a peaceful night. If you can.
good job, everybody.
So they just...
It seems so.
I don't suppose there's any way this could be a good thing.
It's my nephew, so we transitioned the moment I stopped the leak.
oh, that was hard.
Yeah. What just happened?
Oh, I knocked this. Oh. Sorry, this is a professional stream. Yeah, I almost fell down. Oh, there's more. I need a break. Do I answer it?
Alex, oh thank God you're alive. It's Jenny, the floor manager. Are you okay? Alex, you need to get it together. Look at the broadcast screen. Just look at it. That's all we've been putting out since you went down. You have to fix it, now. Look left, Alex, out the window. See? They're all over it, little bastards. You're going to need a full charge to clear that many off. Hold down the big button until it's fully charged. Then release it to zap the little fuckers. Excellent, Alex. We're broadcasting again.
I don't know. There are all those toys.
Only takes a tap on the button to clear one. Look, there's a lone one climbing now. Zap it off before it starts to mess up the signal again. Alex, fry it! Great. That seems to be the last of them. For now. Right. We're about a minute out. Get the adverts loaded up. I've got to deal with my pet idiot. And Alex, keep your ears open. You'll hear them climbing up the tower. Don't let them build up.
Oh, I don't need more things.
This has no credibility, Jenny. No professionalism.
Oh, this is the lockdown update.
Everything is where it should be. It's ramshackle and characterful, and I'd expect you to know the difference.
They were almost finished with like the next update, and then all of the coronavirus happened.
With the boyfriend going.
Oh, wrong button.
Chances on the wild streets, eh? Rather than endure another romantic comedy.
Jeremy, Jenny says your hair looks stupid.
Yes, I can hear her.
She says she's not talking to you.
Yes, I know, I can hear her.
Shall I count us in?
Make it so.
Okay, 10 seconds. Break a leg, everyone.
Preferably a furry one.
5, 4, 3.
Good evening, I'm Jeremy Donaldson.
And I'm Megan Wolfe. Our main stories tonight.
Snugglefuck? It's been almost 5 weeks since all the Mrs. Snugglehugs toys woke up simultaneously in factories worldwide and began searching for their husbands. The Mr. Snugglehugs we had so short-sightedly destroyed. And now, as this photograph suggests, they may be changing tactics.
Built to surprisingly traditional gender stereotypes, the Mrs. Snugglehugs have been arming themselves with a variety of household implements. All the more reason to make sure that cat flap is taped up good and tight.
This frightening new development means that even those previously thought to be relatively safe, like the young and fit, must take care to watch their backs and keep their ears open for the soft steps of sinister feet.
Going stir-crazy, with no signs of Mrs. Snugglehug's batteries running out, and the government lockdown
I think this
now
is all
on
a
its
bit of
31st day,
a joke for the
domestic
lockdown.
relationships across the country are taking some unexpected turns.
Dramatic reports are beginning to emerge of
Uh,
uncharacteristically
oh,
bold behaviour
oh.
in homes across
Whoops.
the country.
I don't
And
know.
I'm not talking
Do I do
about
that
the
one?
complaints that occupy so much time in the Donaldson household.
In response to a nationwide lack of toilet paper, which was, of course, raided by the Mrs. Snugglehugs to construct their vast hives, many of the nation's adults have turned to a more childish solution.
Alex, they're on the tower.
Locked and loaded, Shin Calligraphy Johnny Hansley seems to be taking his own unique approach to being locked in.
Since checking into rehab, not much has been heard from the former role model, but this latest photo leaked by another resident today seems to confirm that all might not be well at Gentle Touches.
Poor old Johnny seems to be back to his old ways, taking what looks like to me the electrifying mixture of zap, crackle, fizz and buzz, or as I call it, Thursday.
The shape of things to come? In their own version of a lockdown for more than 45 years now, the descendants of Doctors David Wong and Ingrid Svorsborgen-Horgensvoord and their unfortunate team today managed to get a personal statement to the surface using flagellized imaging equipment.
Many of the Svorsborgen-Horgens brood, as they've come to be known, have certainly captured the public imagination, with a recent vote naming Helvetica Svorsborgen-Wongensvoord the most likely to survive a massive electric shock.
Greetings, Upsiders. This is Times Svorsborgen Wongensvoord reporting from Dante's Taint on our 3,700.
This is the lockdown. Hi, Cell. This is the lockdown update. So they've done a bit of a. Oh, I missed a thing. They've done a bit of a silly update for it. Oh, I didn't censor it.
Talking about science all the fucking time.
So
Who cares about science? I'm young.
the equivalent of their virus are the toys that came alive.
But every eligible partner in this undersea toilet was grown from the same fungal fronds as I was. So that's a right turn off the stove. Why haven't you come to save us yet? We're practically human, like. Shit, Dad's coming.
It's hard to believe they've been down there so long now.
But as everyone knows, time moves differently underwater, Jeremy. That's why goldfish are so stupid.
That's right. And as anyone will tell you, the deeper the bowl,
the thicker the goldfish.
There's no denying the logic of that.
Class war, a worrying turn today for the formerly rich as ever more punishing measures are announced, Alex.
With the country becoming ever more hostile to the previously wealthy, those who managed to skip the country must be very grateful to the people who help them right now.
We have it from several sources that rich runaways have actually begun to spontaneously lose their teeth one by one. Is it some sort of cosmic justice, or has masked vigilante Dental Dennis been up to his old tricks again? It could be both, Jeremy.
And Advance speaks out, with the snuggle struggle proving a test to governments around the world. Advance HQ released a curious statement this afternoon.
In the accompanying release, they asked us to stress that they have been listening, and that this should be taken as a response to how the people really feel.
We've certainly done our bit on this show to contribute to the political climate. But let's not forget, how we behave in our home lives is what really matters.
Let's hope it's not just me who filled out that questionnaire, Jeremy, or we're all in trouble.
Oops, I didn't.
Let's play that statement.
Good evening. One of the many new
The title?
I have in this
Oh, I didn't change the.
on a daily basis with the department.
Is that something that you can do?
And they have
Do you know how?
of these. Now, these are genuine requests from citizens
Yeah.
for permission to go outside.
I mean, it's a bit late now. We've got to finish in a minute.
Under the loose heading of what the fuck is wrong with you people? How difficult is this to grasp? I'd like to start with James from Anger Hampton, who says he needs to go out because there's a duck in the park that I like to try and feed on the Friday. I call him Mr. Quackington, and I think we're really starting to bond. No, James, they make their hives in parks. And then Katie, from Self-Righteous on Sea, wants to go out so she can deliver homemade meals to the elderly. No, Katie, stay at home. Your casserole's dire, and Shirley can get by with tins of creamed rice from the 1950s. And you, Lewis, from Hamble Banbury, Those screams you heard in the alley last night behind your house are best left to the police. Now, I want to make this as clear as I can. Think first. Stop sending me stupid, sodding requests and stay inside. Pretend it's not happening until we tell you it's all over. Thank you.
Ridiculous stuff.
Later tonight, crop reporter Patrick Bannon, while I take a deep dive into some controversial opinions with two familiar faces.
And then, in our third segment, and presumably because our editor is also working from home, there's going to be a bloody quiz.
I can't wait.
Don't do that.
And in a moment, Jeremy Grumpelson and I will be asking controversial CEO
Oh.
Sophia Remington where it all went wrong.
And psychic scientist Dr. Delia Lywell will be joining us.
I wanted there to be a break between the last one and this one.
How are you going to die, Jeremy?
Too late. I'm certain it happened months ago.
That's all coming up on tonight's
National Nightly News.
I wanted to know more about the euthanasia thing they were talking about last time. So I've got to cut back. No, I don't want there to be any more of these. Oh no! Oh no! I thought it was the end.
How do we get here?
Oh.
Where are we going? And most importantly, who's to blame?
Joining us from her villa on the island of San Palmerino is CEO and socialite Sophia Remington.
Thank you for having me, Megan. I am loving your hairdo, babe.
And from her crystal healing laboratory in what I assume is a garage in Lower Uppington, Doctor, it says here, Delia Lywell.
Thank you for inviting us on your show.
Us?
Don't. Miss Remington, you're trying to rampaging across the developed world. Your company is worth less than my annual salary, and your country's president recently called you a national disgrace. Have you taken your eye off the ball?
Oh, honey, you're so cute when you're angry. The thing with you folks over there is you have an island mentality. You can't see the bigger picture.
So, what is the bigger picture?
The bigger picture is lithium batteries. Our toys have been running for upwards of 71 days now with no signs of them slowing down whatsoever. Imagine what that means for the future.
It means we don't know when the hell this lockdown's going to end, doesn't it? You don't seriously believe Remington's fist can survive this?
Lithium batteries are gonna change everything, tiny ogre. They're gonna power our new transport system, make technology portable. Hell, they might even take us into space.
How can you make them with everyone at home?
Oh, don't you worry about that. Thanks to the work of thousands of tiny hands, they're already pouring off the production line. Times are good for Remington's fist.
But surely you have no future.
Excuse me, hello, yes, if we might. This is our area of expertise.
What, multinational economics?
The future, Mr. Donaldson, to which we are all connected.
Yeah, okay, I'll bite. Why not? There's clearly nothing better to
It's
do.
moving.
So, what is your scientific process telling you about the future of Sophia Remington, Doctor?
We see her on a balcony. Foreign soil, but not foreign land. An age will pass.
Fascinating.
Wasn't it just?
Delia, you are amazing. We have to fly you out here to the island to do that for my guests. They're gonna love you.
Unfortunately, all flights are grounded because of your tiny, deadly stones.
Not all flights, honey. Dee, call me. And you, Maggie. The more the merrier. Bring your swimwear.
Miss Remington, you seem completely ignorant to the seriousness of the situation. Do you take any responsibility at all for the global crisis?
Careful! It's a trap.
It's not a trap. Why are you helping her?
Seems fun.
You bet your ass I'm fun.
Please answer my question, Miss Remington.
Are lithium batteries the most incredible invention the world has ever seen? Probably yes. But in fact, who am I kidding? It is definitely yes. But will they last forever? One day, all the Mrs. Snugglehugs will just stop. It'll be like a miracle. And then we can all go back to the grand tradition of buying products. Because I really don't mind telling you this. It is really
Oh, there's so many.
except for sponges. We seem to be
I thought he was going to start talking.
Dr. Lywell, do you have an indication of when or how this might end?
Oh.
Well, it's not an exact science.
Not even a real one.
I need a holiday from this game.
There will come a day when there will be clouds in the sky, the grass will be rich and verdant, and the birds will sing at dawn, and that shall be the day when we walk forth again.
I find that strangely comforting.
That could literally be any day.
Well, let's hope it's soon.
Clouds, grass, and birds. That's literally every day.
Let's hope it's not too soon. I'm kind of
Oops,
hoping we can
wrong
make it to the 100 days. It sounds good on the commercial. Besides, if it lifts now, the children will have to go back to work at normal hours.
Well, let us ask the eminent professors for 100 then.
No, let's not, eh?
I'll drink to that. Stay strong and party on.
Sophia Rimington, Dr. Delia Lywell, thank you for joining us.
When we come back, we'll be reaching out around the country to see what's really happening out there.
Don't go away. We'll be back after these sandwiches.
Well, she's a Hindenburg-sized fuck-up.
I mean, she's fun at a social level.
I wouldn't want to be on her board.
Oh,
No. She's going to drive that company into the
so much has happened, Apple. I don't even know. We're in the lockdown update, which they. Oh, we're talking. Oh, Dave's back.
Cheers, Alex. See you, mate.
We're only a third of the way through this one.
Oh my goodness.
We've got to go bed. Go bed soon.
Yeah, well, it's been a long time coming.
So who's going to be? No, I keep hitting the wrong buttons and like changing the OBS output.
I just don't want it getting back to him that it came from us.
These things, Apple, they're the equivalent of the virus.
You're not backing out on me now. We're in this together.
That's why everyone's at home.
Look at him. I've made the cake. You're on the balloons.
These are the snuggle hug bears that the Remington's Fist organization. So I'm partially responsible for that as well.
Okay, coming back.
As we advertised them, killed 8,000 children, and now
800,000.
800,000 children.
News. I'm Megan Ruth. Now it's time to take a trip around the country to hear how the lockdown might impact the nation from some friendly faces. Joining me are respected academic Katie Brightman and author of Alan James's Kites, Alan James. Thank you for joining me.
It's a pleasure. Thanks for having me, Megan.
Thanks, Megan. It really is a pleasure, Katie. I enjoyed our little heated encounter.
I wish I could say the same.
Oops.
So first off, Katie, how are you coping?
I'm holding up okay. The lockdown directive was so sudden that, like many people, I haven't been able to get home.
Oh no, what happened?
I was staying at a hotel after an international policy convention, and we had a particularly heavy night out. You know what economists are like.
Notoriously hate splitting the bill.
And I overslept, and as you can imagine, I've been here ever since. But there are certainly people much worse off than me.
Exactly. My tour has been cancelled indefinitely, and I've had to refund every single ticket, even the cheap seats.
Oh, Alan, I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah. People are being quite rude about it. They don't seem to realise I've already spent it filling the beach house with beef.
The crisis brings yet another victim.
This is just a reminder that my book, Alan James's Reich, is now available in paperback.
Unbelievable.
What was that?
You're unbelievable.
So, Katie, how
So-
do you think this might affect the economy? Should we be worried?
Very,
Ooh.
Megan. Not to sound dramatic, but this could be catastrophic.
He might be anti-advance, but he might also be a Nazi.
A lot of businesses can survive this.
There you go, scaremongering again, spreading this latest liberal hoax. That's what they want. They want us quiet. They want us compliant. And they want us inside.
A hoax? How on earth can you say that, Alan?
Well, I haven't actually seen one of these supposed toys. Have you?
Well, no, but...
Did you know 3,000 people die every year from regular toys? That's a lot of people. And this is no different. You're just as likely to be hunted down by a yo-yo or a tennis racket.
He makes some excellent and persuasive points.
Whoops.
She's agreeing with you, Alan, you absolute shit.
Well, then I must be wrong.
Alan, are you now recanting your statement that these toys aren't dangerous?
People are saying they're just like normal toys, and that simply isn't true. Corrupt media lies.
And Katie, how do you respond to Alan's claims that Mrs. Snugglehugs might be dangerous after all?
I guess I'm agreeing with him.
Thank you, Katie. I appreciate your support. A lot of folks are saying this Mrs. Snugglehug situation will all blow over, but it won't.
Yes, right, exactly. We need decisive action from the government. We need huge financial support to protect our workers and our businesses. We need to support the vulnerable, and we need
to repent. Exactly right, Katie. We brought it on ourselves with all our liberal indulgences like art, cake, and healthcare. We need to act now and begin sacrificing our firstborn in order to push a beloved family pet.
Absolutely, Alan. If we can all successfully come together as a community and perform the ritual, hopefully we will appease the Great Ancient. Katie, could it be any worse?
Luckily, over the past few years under Advance, they've invested heavily into health, so the system can actually bear the strain.
Is it lucky that the Llama Lords have unleashed a horde of man-made monsters on its own people to conceal the enemy within?
Will you just stop for 5 fucking seconds?
The Global Alliance of Fish People are amassing an army to kidnap
That's you. That's what you sound like. That's you. That's what you sound like.
But I don't sound like that.
Yes, you do.
You do, Alan. You do sound like
Oh.
And that's why no one wants to be your friend.
I don't get this one at all.
Haven't.
I don't think you do, Alan.
Yeah, stop lying, Alan. Yes,
Not lying. You are.
Oh, good one. Oh, good one.
Well, I'm telling.
Alan James,
Alan, you know
Katie Brightman, thank you for joining me. Some real food for thought there from two of the territory's leading minds. Any moment now, I'll be heading over to Jeremy, who is going to be bringing us an up-to-the-minute report of the status of the nation. Over to you, Jeremy.
Thank you for what I'm sure was a reasonable debate which really contributed to the national conversation. Next, out on the streets, someone who's always doing exactly that. It's Patrick Bannon. Are you there, Patrick?
Hello, Jeremy. Yes, hello, I'm here. I'm here live. Apologies for the quality of the broadcast today. Couldn't find any cameramen or women brave enough to come and join me, so I'm out here on my own.
Right, and can you tell us what it's like out there?
Yep, I can. It's as you can see behind me, the streets are currently completely deserted. So my question, Jeremy, is just how long? I mean, could there be danger lurking just around the corner, waiting to end the fledgling career of this young policeman before his full potential is even realised? Will he die, underappreciated by management, and frankly, if you ask me, very, very much underpaid?
I don't think there's any danger of that, Patrick. What's that on your jacket there?
Oh, that's actually a sponge. What I've done here is made a snuggle-proof jacket, Jeremy.
Oops.
The network didn't bother sending me any PPE, so I've been forced to improvise. In fact, showing the sort of resourcefulness that would make me an ideal candidate for, I don't know, for example, an anchor position starting whenever they like.
From your point of view, Patrick, just how safe are our streets?
Not safe at all, Jeremy.
Oops,
not safe
I
at
didn't.
all. I'd recommend people staying inside, following government advice, and not putting themselves at any risk at all. Unless, of course, like me, it's for groundbreaking journalism reasons.
And just where are you, Patrick?
I'm in the street, on the street.
Which street?
I think I'm struggling to hear you, actually, Jeremy, there.
Which street? Which street are you on?
Oh, which street am I on? Oh, God. I'm just looking for a sign. I'm on Bannon Avenue.
Bannon Avenue?
Yep.
Avenue? Bannon Avenue.
Yeah, no, I can hear you fine. Yep, I'm on Bannon Avenue on the sign, it says there.
Like Patrick Bannon?
Oh, yeah, that is like, that's strange, that's a weird sign. I don't know what's going on there.
Where are you really?
I'm on Bannon. Alright, fine, I'm not on Bannon Avenue, I'm on my phone, to be honest. All right, fine. Well, I'm in my bathroom technically, but you know, I couldn't face it, to be honest, mate. It's you know, it's terrible out there. I don't want to go outside. They're everywhere. I'm sorry for lying.
We don't expect any less of you, Patrick. We don't expect any less of you, Patrick.
You hear that sound?
I can, yes. I'm no expert, Patrick, but it sounds unmistakably like a tiny fist tapping on your door there.
Oh, fuck, it does. Oh, fuck, Jeremy, shit, no! Oh,
Perhaps there's a small queue of tiny fists, each wielding a different gendered household implement, ready to bash in the heads of lying little roving reporters.
So you're lying, aren't you? Oh, shit, fucking, okay, fucking, listen to me, you bastards! If you're out there, just piss off, you little fucking snuggle fuck! I'm too talented to die! I'm too talented to die! Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Oh, God. Oh, God.
Don't worry, Patrick. I'd say you've got a few seconds before they break their way in there and finish you off. What do you see, Patrick? What do you see, Patrick? Thank you, Patrick, for that report, showing the nation, and more importantly, management, just where you belong. It's time for another break, but when we come back, we'll be happy to take your mind off the wall for a little while, and who knows, maybe even bring you a few smiles. Join us after this. Join us. You're damn right. Yeah, I had them delivered. Yes.
Oh.
To Bannon Avenue.
Occupational hazards.
Oh no. Ooh. Oh my face is in the way of stuff. I didn't realise that. I don't think I like this lockdown update that much.
Yeah.
It's too silly. It doesn't fit in with the story. The last little section, the last level was good.
Yeah.
I liked that. There's a lot of serious story building and some new stuff. Oh, but I guess this is all supposed to be just as a joke because they couldn't release the one that they were supposed to release. That's what I'll take it as.
I'm not. No? Oh, 5, 4. Back to the National Night.
Keeps changing.
Well, welcome back anyway. We know isolation isn't easy, so finally tonight we have something a bit different for you. Even though some people felt it's not our job to entertain the public with absolute nonsense, other, more important people overruled those people. So it's time to find out who will National Nightly win and who will National Nightly lose. So, how do we play? Well, joining me is a man who knows all about playing. It's Tommy Harris. Hello, Tommy.
All right, Johnny. It's good to see you.
And
Oops.
how are you finding the lockdown, Tommy?
Oh, so this is the disgraced sportsman
The
who
enforced isolation of everyone in the country.
Yeah, I think I heard about that actually, yeah.
whose
You're in bed.
career
Tommy.
we ruined.
You called during that time, so...
Of course, that's my fault. So, why don't you tell us how the game is played?
Well, it's pretty simple, Jeremy, you sausage. I'm going to ask contestants from around the territory 3 questions about what else yours truly. And those people are going to get a chance to win a very special prize.
And what are they playing for, Tommy?
Drum roll, please. Drum roll, please. Jeremy. Jeremy. Thank
Wait,
you.
get off.
This.
Excuse me.
What is that?
It's my athletic support, Jeremy.
Oh.
But I've signed it, so...
Oh, well then, what a fantastic prize.
Have we got anybody waiting to win this once in a lifetime prize, Jeremy?
Wish I could work from bed.
I believe we have Andy on the line. How do you feel about winning his man's old pants, Angie?
I've never been so excited, Jeremy. And can I just say, I love you, both of you.
Well, you've said it now, haven't you?
Oh, Angie, I love you. In a way. Tell us about yourself, Angie. Tell us about yourself.
What can I say? My name is Angie. Always has been. I'm a human woman, and my dental hygiene has been described as acceptable.
Brilliant! Right, well, shall we get this shambles on the way?
Absolutely, John. Can I get 30 seconds on the clock, please?
We haven't got a clock.
Yeah, I did ask for a clock. So,
Well, why don't you start, and I'll stop you when it inevitably becomes unbearable to watch.
I love it. All right, here we go. Time starts. Now. Question 1. When is my birthday?
The 13th of August at 7:19 a.m.
That is absolutely correct. Question 2. What? I said, what is my favourite colour?
Crushed praline 4.
Correct, the colour of my nipples. And finally, Angie dear, what is my star sign?
That's a trick question. You were born outside of the human understanding of the cosmos.
Unbelievable, that is correct. Stop the clock.
Wow, that really was tough to watch. How did you do, Tommy?
Well, Angie...
Oh, wrong person. No, go away. What'd you do? Oh, no.
Right. Which of course means you lose and win absolutely nothing. Thanks for playing, Angie. Bye. Do we have another contestant on the line at Jelly Bean?
We do indeed.
Oops, that was too early.
Sonia Artleach. Are you there, Sonia?
Of course I am, Jamie, darling.
Thank you for being here, Sonia.
Oh, there you are, Tommy. Mwah.
Let me guess, you work in theatre, don't you?
Is it that obvious? What gave it away? Was it the glamour or poise?
It certainly wasn't your inherent sense of humility.
Tell us about yourself, Sonia.
Oh, well, if you must play this game, I am a theatrical agent. I represent the likes of Rudy
Oh, there's still 9 minutes.
Clark and Jodie Carpetburn, amongst others.
I guess we're probably finished after this, though. Because I don't think they've done anything since the lockdown. Oh, I forgot it.
How are you managing without any work?
Due to a savvy clause in all of my artists' contracts, I am able to claim my 15% from their unemployment benefit.
Wow, that certainly is sharp.
Standard stuff.
And can I ask, where are you speaking to us from?
Well, I work from home, you know, to keep costs down.
And who's this?
Well, you know, when they gave the order, I was actually mid-meeting with a client, so we've been isolated together.
Pineapple.
Fucking way!
What the fucking fuck?
Is that Tommy? I'm a huge fan. Can I just tell you how bloody brilliant you are?
Actually, Jeff, we're about to play a game, aren't we, Tommy?
We've got time.
Well, if it's not too bold, I think I am in love with you, Mr. Harris.
No, it's not too bold. That's all right.
Hey, I'd love to show you some of my stuff.
That thing's actually annoying.
Well, at least you're already aware.
During lockdown, we've been workshopping some of Jeff's ideas for much younger children, haven't we?
People still let you near their children, do they?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I've been developing some shows for younger children.
Well, we'd love to see it, wouldn't we, Gerbil?
Absolutely dying to.
Right, so, what do kids love?
Timely child support payments from their absent fathers.
Shallow and overproduced musical numbers.
That's right. Animals! So, I'm trying to address the things that kids need to know, but through a medium that they'll understand. Do you understand?
I think yes. I think so, yes.
Jeff's one of my best clients, aren't you?
I am. Yeah. So, the first one we've been working on is called The King of the Jungle's Mortgage Repayments. It's about a lion who's having problems with his interest rates.
I see. Does he have a broker?
He does. Yes. He's a porcupine. How did you know that?
Well, your work is universal, darling. It speaks to people.
I'm going to say something to you, mate. think you're onto something here.
The bear! Oh, yes. Right. This one is much better. So, this one tells the tale of Mr. Bear. Now, Mr. Bear is a very sad bear, because all of the other bears don't think that it'll amount to much, and they tell him that his plays are lazy and derivative.
I think you're onto something there.
Now, Mr. Bear is a tragic figure. Picture this. He's at his lowest ebb. The trees are closing in. He can't even face his salmon, can he? But then he meets someone that will change his life forever.
This is fucking gripping.
That's right.
Oops. I was trying to listen for it, but it's down a little bit too much.
Octopus, who takes him under his wing and says, "No, Mr. Bear, don't be sad. You're not like all the other bears. You have this ambition and these dreams."
Such fucking dreams.
I think I love you.
Oh, I did that to myself.
Says the octopus, probably doing an 8-arms gesture or something.
What you need to do to find happiness in this crazy old forest is you need to set yourself more realistic goals. It's called Mr. Bear Lowers His Expectations.
I have no idea what's going on.
You really have taken yourself to new depths. And what do you want children to take away from this?
Oh,
What do you want
fuck
children
shit.
to take away from this? What?
I said a more realistic worldview.
All right, Jeffrey.
It's Jeffrey. My name is Jeffrey Donington.
No, stop. How does it end? We need to know how it ends.
Well, all the animals learn a thing or two about inevitable mediocrity.
And Mr. Bear settles down near to his parents' cave, stops trying to make his band happen, and he goes into bear telemarketing.
Becomes a bear maths teacher.
Oh, and we end.
Bear maths teacher.
We end on a big musical number. Oh, there's dancing. It's very repetitive, so it's catchy but not too challenging. Well, if you like, I could go and get my boombox.
Yeah, you know, I might be able to. Hang on. Can we get Angie back?
Why not? The more the merrier, as they say at orgies. The more the merrier, as they say at orgies.
Right, I'll just fill then, shall I? Coming up in a moment, it's the world premiere that nobody saw coming. Or wanted. At all. I can only apologise in advance for what we're all about to endure.
How do you turn the fucking thing on, though? Ah.
Oh.
We doodle farm like wise old Mr. Octopus with way too many arms. There's Mr. Pig and Mr. Cow, they're always in good moods. But that's 'cause they don't know they'll soon be sliced up into food. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where your hopes
Oh,
to turn
I don't want to do this again.
Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where your dreams go to die. Mr. Raccoon wants to go to the moon. He'll end up as a bus driver soon. Mr. Porcupine thinks he'll read the news at 9. He'll end up as a janitor who stinks of turpentine. Mr. Ape got sent down for rape. Didn't work out he was innocent till he was 88. Mr. Bird flew south.
I don't know how to do this. I'm just clicking randomly, really.
Orange in his mouth. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's the place your mommy pushed your daddy down the stair. Mr. Bear, 6 months in intensive care. That's why the bitch has to die. The farmer thinks the dangly doodle creatures are asleep. But Mr. Bear's a swinger like the pigs and cows and sheep. He visits every penance sty and always brings the fun. And jerks off Mr. Quackington, who's always first to come. He fingers Mr. Badger's bum and Mrs. Donkey's grin. Then he fronts with Mr. Chicken till they both are quite done in. and he runs around the farmyard trying to predict where it
I've
fits.
fallen asleep and started having a fever dream.
Over Mrs. Badger's tits. There's never a dull moment down on Dangly Dooley Farm, kids.
There's more.
That's the sound of maggots going underneath your hair.
Boris has lost it. It's getting fun.
That's a giant spider in a shoe you want to wear. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That is the end and die. That's where your friends go to lie. That's how you'll scream when you die.
Everyone, what a truly wonderful way to end the show. You're not listening to me, are you, Alex?
What am I supposed to do?
Let me guess, work. Cool. Don't worry, I'll get you I'm going,
Wait.
Alex.
So they're just filling for 30 seconds?
Staying with Chris's for a while. Charlie can stay with you since he's the only one of us who treats
Hmm.
Think.
Oh.
I'm sick of Susie and I being last on your list, your last priority. Can you stop thinking about work for 5 fucking seconds? Go on, press that button. Press that button and see what happens. In 3, 2, 1. You always cared about fucking job more than me. I'm done with you. In fact, I never loved you. You meant nothing to me, just like Susie and I clearly mean nothing to you. And oh yeah, I'm seeing someone else, and we
What's
laugh
happening?
at you. The kids will forget all about you soon enough.
Is she Sam? What's her name?
Oh.
Because you're Alex. She's talking to you.
I think I just broke up with her by playing the ad.
I think she was already breaking up with you.
Oh, this is just a dream.
It was a fever dream.
Okay, well that makes more sense. At least... Is she really Sam?
I have no idea. I don't remember.
Oh... That was too much.
Yeah.
That was a great song. Oh, well I guess that's not for broadcast. That last section
No, her name was
was not.
Megan. Sorry.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. That last section I don't think is canon. I want to listen to that song again. I'm not going
Maybe
to
the
now.
NiddTubers could make a rendition of it.
Yeah. Yes, Mia. I am glad that you recommended this to me. It was getting good. I think the one that you missed, that whole section,
Yeah.
came in at the end.
Yeah.
That was really good. That was, if they keep going like that, and not like whatever that was. But I feel like
seems-
that's just because they were going crazy
Yes.
by themselves in their home during lockdown. And someone just came up with a fantastic song and decided that's going in the game.
Yeah, I feel like it's a better game when they don't have too many things going on at once.
Yeah, that
Like-
little thing bouncing around was just
Yeah,
annoying.
and like having to buzz the things off of the tower.
Yeah.
Like, it was just too much when you're trying to do a good broadcast.
Yeah. I
And
don't.
like the storm, electricity not being able to use the buttons. It was just a bit too much.
Yeah. I guess you're supposed to like go back and rewatch it, but yeah, like I couldn't really focus on The story, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like the broadcast. Oh, what's going on here?
Good evening.
Ooh.
You know who we are. You've seen our symbols on your walls. We are the Resistance, and it's time you knew the truth.
What do you mean I can't say that?
Advance is lying to you.
How can we help you if we don't know who you are?
More than all of this, he was my laughter, my confidant, my friend.
The elderly are not a burden.
So, Mum's made the decision to unburden us, and now we have the chance to start a family.
Membership card is an ID card, no matter what they tell you.
We are getting reports of, oh God, millions of deaths across the continent.
Doesn't your family deserve a nutritious life?
Understand this. There is something wrong with the food.
No more! I've had enough of this shit!
We are not afraid.
Ooh.
So that's what they were actually working on.
Hi, I'm Dan.
I'm Alex.
I'm Andy.
And I'm Jade.
And we are the only members of the Not Games team that are even vaguely camera friendly.
And in my case, very vaguely.
The level that you have just played, our Lockdown Fever Dream, is not the original level that we had planned for the game.
Yeah, that wasn't episode 2.
Oh, this is episode 2, and we really want you to play it.
But the truth of the matter is, we cannot shoot anything until it is safe to do so.
And as of today, June the 17th, no one really knows when that is.
So we have to ask you to just please be patient with us.
We'll still be able to bring you new content.
In fact, we already have. Yes. There are all sorts of alternates hidden in that dream.
Yes, there are 3 versions of Mr. Bear.
Jay,
just
stop ruining it for
ages.
Ignore that old bastard.
The moment it is safe to do so, we will start shooting again.
But until then, please talk with us. Every Steam review really makes a difference.
I'm on the Discord.
And I run our Twitch at Not Games UK every other Thursday.
And I'm quite old, so I just sit in front of the camera and look baffled.
We really don't want to lose contact with you guys.
So, all that really remains is for me to say, once again, thank you so much for playing our little game that could. And of course, see you in episode 2!
Unless the world ends.
Things are happening. I might come up with a cure, who knows?
Okay, well,
little message.
Yeah, I guess that's the end of Not for Broadcast until episode 2, which could be a little while.
Yeah.
By the sounds of it. So thank you for watching all of this. It probably wasn't the easiest. It's a bit of a difficult game to watch and play and listen and talk over.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll see you all. I'm going to go to bed and dream about that song.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.